This is tutorial 5 of 7, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to handle zip files by extracting and creating. So what is a zip file firstly? A zip file is a single file that contains one or more files compressed into one. You can imagine a zipped up file like a plastic zip wallet of documents. And if I use this example of a zip wallet, a purse, this contains multiple cards and coins, except when you zip it up, it's one item. So why do we use zip files? Zip files are easier to distribute across email and when downloading or using an internet transfer. So rather than sending multiple files, you just send one file. And the person at the recipient end will unzip the file and extract the documents for their own use. It also saves disk space because zip files are compressed. Let's say, for example, you've received an email which is asking you to download some files. The person that sent you the file has sent you a zip file. So firstly, you would begin by downloading the file. In this instance, I'm using a website called WeTransfer. Someone has sent me a file using the WeTransfer system. So I'm going to agree to their terms and I'm going to hit the download button and I'm going to save. Instead of opening the file, I'm going to open the folder. The folder is what contains the file. So if I open the folder, I will see the file that was downloaded. You will see that the type of file is a compressed zip folder. If I double click on this, you will see it contains 5 files. However, in order to work on these files, I need to extract them from the zip file. In Windows 10, there is an Extract All button at the top. You can also right mouse click on the downloaded file and extract all using the left mouse button. And it's asking me to select a destination to extract the files. I don't want it to extract them into the downloads folder, I want it to put them in my documents. I also want to create a new folder because I don't want it to go into any of these. I know that the files which have been sent are images, so I'm going to create a new folder and call it images. I'm going to double click that and select the folder. Now this will be extracting to my documents folder in a new folder called images, which I've just created. When I click on browse, you'll notice it brings up a small version of the File Explorer that we looked at previously. It brings up a File Explorer box. So all you have to do is navigate through Documents, creating a new folder, and into Images. Selecting that folder, and you can leave the tick there in the box that says to show the extracted files when complete. And when I click Extract, it's created 5 items in that folder. If I click on Documents, I'll make this full screen so you can see I'm actually in File Explorer now. I'm looking at the images and there are 5 documents in there with graphics. So that concludes how to unzip a file. So the next part is how do we send files as a zip file. Let's imagine for a moment that a colleague has asked for 2 of the images to be sent to them. Say for example they want that one and this one here. Using the control button on the keyboard, CTRL, I will hold that down and I will select the images I want to send. So this one's highlighted already and I want to select this one as well. So now I have 2 images selected. Using a right mouse button over one of the images to bring up a context menu, you will have a list of options. You won't immediately see send to zip file because you need to look in the send to, and then it brings you another drop down box, and there you have compressed zip folder. If I left mouse click on there, it will zip up the files and it's ready for me to enter a file name. So I've entered a file name. There's 2 images in there. I'll just double click and see that there's 2 items. I'll go back up a level. So that is one file which contains 2 files. The 2 files are now zipped up, ready to send. It has created a copy of these 2 files and made a new file containing those 2 items. To send this document now, I can right mouse click over the document and I can send it to a mail recipient. So I'm going to send this by email. I can see that the file is 2 meg. A lot of companies can't receive emails greater than 10 meg, which is why people use WeTransfer. WeTransfer handles larger files of documents. Now some companies also can't receive zip files. If this is the case, then even though it's less than 10 megabytes, you may find that you have to send the documents by WeTransfer. Once I've finished typing my message, I can press send. That concludes how to handle zip files with Microsoft Windows.